That'd be a horrible curse.
The truth is, we're in picks and bans.
Yes, we are. Xerath is still banned.
Still banned.
Perma-ban status.
I feel like Ziggs has to be banned. He was banned in game 1 because obviously Tick, Trick, and Duck.
Yes, don't mispronounce the name. That's
Not
perilous.
quite as bad as your faux
very
pas
perilous.
But TGD had it banned away from them earlier. They didn't ban it in the last game, hoping to pick it up, and it was first picked by mistakes were made. So the question is, do mistakes were made ban out Ziggs and not ban the Jacks they banned out in the last game?
And the other thing, of course, is do they feel comfortable playing the Yasuo? Because that didn't go that well, but was that just because of the lane?
I feel like that was just because of the lane. I don't know.
He didn't last breath.
Yeah.
I'm going to bang on about that for a long time.
That's
me
playing
Yasuo. I bought Yasuo on my Smurf. I was like, I'm going to learn Yasuo. Can't play Yasuo.
Oh, neither can I. It's horrible. You don't want to see that. Ziggs has been banned out, though. Like, seriously, in the first week he came out, blind pick games, Yasuo against Yasuo, I lost every single game. Like, I'm not even
I
joking.
actually did all right in the first week.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I found that, like, there's this horrible curse in Yasuo against Yasuo matchups, is that your lanes of minions kill you. Because it gives your opponent something else to dash to. And I was just like, I'm fine, I have minions now, and I'm at my, I'm dead.
It must be the snowballiest matchup, because whoever's losing runs away, and then the enemy has all the minions there.
Exactly. We've had a couple more picks,
Yes,
though. So,
important stuff.
Kale banned out. Important ban, I feel. Irelia as well. That's going to let Evelyn through. And it's a repeat of the same thing from game 1.
Are they going to do the bait and switch? Of course, if you don't switch it around, that makes it a little bit more deceptive.
Yes. Is that going to be the case? It's not going to be the Thresh, though. It's going to be the Zyra.
Which would imply 2v1s. Jax does fine in a 2v1. Not amazingly, but okay in a 2v1.
Yeah.
Because if you're blind picking Zyra, of course, that means like you're not choosing your 2v2 matchup.
Yeah. There is happenings. So a little distracting. But
yes.
It's a good thing TTD in that case are pretty slow on their picks here. They are trying to decide exactly what they want. There are quite a few OPs still available.
Hey.
This is one of them that we haven't yet seen today. And he gets locked in. Okay.
Well, there goes the theory that they don't play it.
Yeah, I know. Just interesting that they didn't pick it earlier. So,
just not as high priority in their minds.
I was going to say, and if that Javan got locked in, that would be similar to what we were expecting. Well, I was actually talking with, I think it was FM earlier, didn't want to play Twitch into Javan because Cataclysm is difficult to get away from.
Yeah, that would definitely be the case because obviously you can't even dodge it.
Yeah.
So, understandable then if that is what they're afraid of, but that does also mean they don't have to hurry to pick it if they think that they've got something higher priority for them. Mord, obviously. Super high priority pick.
Yep. Super duper high priority. Mordekaiser es numero uno.
We are coming to you live from Brazil in the UK.
Yama Brazil.
You what?
Did you not see that IAM Brazil? Well, I guess it was the IAM Brazil, the one before you were at.
Oh, do you mean the
guy hyping
singer?
the crowd? Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. They didn't have him this time. I was so disappointed.
I wouldn't have known. I was just backstage the whole time, sweating.
You spent your weekend in various stages of
dehydration.
Yeah, let's put it that way. But Javan's been locked in.
Drunkenness.
He did get locked in then. And Jinx alongside. So we have not...
2 versus 1.
I was going to say, we have not seen Jinx in a little while. She's kind of dropped off while Graves came back, while Twitch has come back. And Jinx is kind of similar to Twitch in the way that she suffers if she gets locked down. Has a lot of crowd control on the other hand. So,
but if the enemy team, of course, is picking peel-heavy champions and not dive-heavy champions, she becomes a lot stronger than Twitch, even potentially.
Yes, exactly.
Plus, once she's gotten 1 kill, she becomes quite a safe AD carry because she's suddenly got 800 movement speed.
Yeah, but it's all about getting that first kill.
Yep.
I'm getting excited off that.
Job's not a bad choice. Annie is not a bad choice. For level 6 gear.
Okay, is that the placeholder?
That is okay, right? Yeah, I was just about to say that doesn't make any sense.
No, it made very little sense. Let me take a quick. It's Syndra. What was the mid laner?
My short-term memory is non-existent.
Oriana.
Oriana
Was the mid lane.
I'm not sure I would want to pick Syndra into Oriana. It's
The thing is, Oriana doesn't really have any bad matchups.
yeah.
I mean,
that's the thing.
I think it was it's a couple of mid laners have gone on record. The one I remember is Scara saying that any Oriana matchup is pretty much just a skill matchup. Is you just can't do anything to her.
Yeah.
She kind of is consistent, has consistent damage, can do some damage to you, but it's all about knowing that lane. It's all about knowing when you can and can't pressure her, when she is at her strongest points, when, mana, and all of the goodness of laning that is, the mid lanes that Faker shows us so well, of knowing spacing and knowing all of that kind of stuff. It just makes skill matchups so much easier.
I mean, I have absolutely no problem with the way Oriana is balanced at the moment, because she's a generalist, but she takes so long to ramp up.
Yeah.
She does take a long, long time to really start becoming a major damage threat. In this case, though, the Syndra pick. I don't see what purpose it serves.
I feel like it's a race for Syndra to hit 6 before anyone ganks her.
But but this is the thing. Even if it hits 6, even if DX Alchemist does very, very well in late, even if he comes out like 3-0, what compositional purpose does it serve? Like,
it's a long
who do you
range,
burst out?
It's a long range stun. It's instant burst, so I guess could be in the late game used to just hope you catch Twitch and remove him, because the burst is the highest in the game. But you have to catch him, you have to be in range to burst him, at which point he's already out of position and the rest of your team are going to follow up on that. I'm actually with you on this.
Yeah, it's just Syndra stun is super, super good if you're on the retreat.
Yeah.
If you are trying to find a pick with it, that's fine. But if you're trying to find a start to a team fight with the Syndra stun, jump in, flash in, send the ball forward, hit Twitch in the face, then you're putting yourself wildly out of position and you're unlikely to even get your ult off before you've been killed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's not like her damage is high enough to burst out Trundle, usually.
No, that would take
mid-game,
a very farmed... Yeah, true. That would take a very farmed Syndra, though.
Take a one-for-all Syndra.
Yes. Oh, my goodness, one-for-all Syndra. That was fun.
That was good fun. Good times.
Or Earth. I played Syndra in Earth. That was very fun as well.
Ooh, I never did.
It was good.
Probably should have done.
You could just, I realized that was probably why they released the... Was it... is it Atlantean Syndra? Yeah. Really nice skin, great particle effects. In Earth, when you just start summoning orbs all over the place, I can imagine that looks pretty cool.
Talking to the rioters earlier.
Yeah.
Apparently, Braum is broken in Earth mode.
Oh my goodness, I can imagine.
Yeah, you kind of can't kill him. He doesn't die.
That's actually the same with Oriana. Oriana was kind of broken.
I wouldn't say Oriana was the most broken.
Well, no, not the most broken, but you can kite for days with Oriana.
Yeah.
As long as you have the stamina to QEW, again and again, you could do damage, shield yourself, movement speed, do damage, shield yourself, movement speed. It worked pretty nicely.
Yeah, but then you compare it to Ezreal.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There was so, this is my problem with Earthmode. There were so many broken
so many OPs that they had to start disabling them.
And that
for the game
just lowered the tier, and now the new OPs are the ones that get spammed.
Yeah. Man, I remember before Sona was banned.
I played against Sona Maud.
Oh.
I don't know what Maud did, but Sona carried the lane on her own.
Yeah.
Pretty stupid.
That tended to happen a lot. But we are well through the delay period. Only 40 seconds remain, so I guess we should stop reminiscing about the ultra-rapid fire mode, which we do miss oh so much, but...
I don't.
You don't? I
No,
do.
I just
enjoyed
it. I liked it for the first 2 days.
Okay.
Then everyone started spamming Sona, Ezreal, all the rest.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm actually with you on that.
Yeah.
The first day was hilarious fun.
It was.
Was also
I was
April
playing like Ari a lot on the first
Yeah.
day. She was really fun to play because you were just like constantly dashing, like looking for charms, deathfire, burst people out.
I remember somebody said to me Diana was OP, and I was like, no.
Oh, she
And
was
I
so
think
bad.
was it you?
I played her.
Was it you that I was talking about? This
Maybe.
with, because somebody said to me Diana, and then I went, no, she'll be bad, and then realized probably was quite good.
She was broken, just like everyone else. But anyway, loading.
Yes,
Up
loading.
mode
We are
is
now
not
in the
relevant.
loading screen.
Right.
So
Serious business.
we're
for
heading
serious people.
quickly to game 3 between Mistakes Were Made and Tick, Trick, and Duck. Now, important game. The winner of this will go through to the grand finals.
Yeah.
The loser is not out.
No.
Not out.
Double elimination.
Double elimination. So they will go on to face Infused tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Indeed.
Early start.
Yes.
But you can see it there. Bracket is up on screen.
I only woke up this morning at 9:30.
I think it was up at about 7. Infused made their way past FM earlier today. We saw that game as a best of 1 earlier. And, some would say Infused maybe were the underdogs in that game.
Yeah.
Typically, Infused's record against FM is not great
Yeah.
on LAN. But, that's the thing. Best of 1s. Anything can happen.
Yep. I am actually curious, is the grand final weighted?
I
So
would
the loser's bracket is at a
imagine
disadvantage.
so. I would imagine so.
I do not
I don't
know.
have that confirmed.
All right,
We
we'll find
will
out.
get that confirmed at some point, but we are on the Rift for game number 3 here. Best of 3 winners bracket finals. Tick, Trick, and Duck on the blue side going up against Mistakes Were Made.
Yes, indeed. Mistakes were made in the first game. They will be able to fan out this
Welcome
game.
to Summoner's Rift.
Both teams just looking like they're going to be going for a defensive start right now. No early invades, which is a little bit interesting to my mind. Because this team can't... Remember, Syndra Zyra... Jinx Zyra, who is not called Syndra, screams you need a 2v1 lane.
Yeah, especially, Twitch is so strong right now. Every AD carrier is saying,
30 seconds.
yeah, we saw
until
Twitch
minions
being
spawn.
played at All Stars, and then he's now first pick
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah, and he's been like that for ages as well. Same
Yeah.
strength, not nerf or buff. Wasn't even the visual rework. He was just starting to come back in before, and then everyone remembered about him.
Yeah, he comes back every now and again. I remember, and I feel safe to talk about this because the team no longer exists anymore. But
Yeah.
I remember we had a strat with Dig UK
Oh, yeah.
where
Minions have
we'd run
spawned.
Amumu and Twitch, and we were talking about Amumu earlier. How good he is with those later game carries that you activate the ultimate, just burst down everybody, and then from there you win the team fight pretty handily.
That is a good plan.
It
Does
is,
rely
in
on you
theory.
getting to the late game.
Yeah. It was like Kirsten had bullet time, but was a little less consistent, more damage.
That's true. I mean, if everyone forms conga line for you, Twitch is pretty scary. In fairness, there are more reliable picks that can do very similar stuff to Amumu now.
Yeah.
Like Jarvan, for instance. Or even just a combo of Orianna with some other form of more reliable initiation with a stronger early game works just as well. So that's why we don't see Amumu much.
Yeah.
Bit
And
sad.
that if you invade his blue, he gets even more sad.
I don't even think that's as big of a problem anymore
Well,
for him.
not anymore, but it's still...
He's not. He still likes to have it, but I think any jungler likes to have
Yeah, I suppose.
the blue. Jay? Trundle versus Jack's top lane. I've actually played this myself a few times. Like I say, Trundle requires no skill. That's why I play him in solo queue all the time. And you actually can win this matchup, one-on-one, if you build yourself enough of an advantage early. Because this is one of the very rare Trundle lanes where he is stronger earlier. And because he scales up quite hard himself, because Jax's ult gives him resistance stats that you can steal, if you build yourself a moderate advantage, you can get a big advantage.
Oh, Lasagna's looking maybe for that big advantage. Now the retreat is on from Lasagna. As soon as Evelyn starts turning away and you start chasing her, those hate spikes can rain out. And if you're not in melee range for yourself, very, very dangerous to chase an Eve.
Yeah, this is the weird thing about Jarvan, of course. Once he's used his flag and drag, he can't chase you anymore. Unless he's already got red buff, but there's a cleanse on that. So, yeah. It's generally still a matchup that favors Jax in the top lane, though. Oh! He's alive.
Flash out just kept Nightmare alive, but Eve without flash, difficult to escape here, and looking maybe for, the Flame Chomper's activation time.
Yeah. Consistently 0.75 seconds now, so not what it used to be, which is quite quick.
Flash forward into the roots. Bonaparte got knocked up under the tower. Flash forward and shoot up. Oh, this could be catastrophic. Sunny picks it up. He got the trade there, and that was a lot expended.
That's not the result they were looking for. It's obviously not as bad as it could be. They did get the kill. They did already have the lane pushed out, so he's not going to miss out on as much farm. And he did get the first blood goal. But still, that was very, very close to surviving it. And I've got to say, I was a little bit surprised to see Shoot Up going that far in.
Yeah, I was as well. They used Shoot Up's flash, Yarrow's flash, heal, ignite, everything in that lane, in that engagement. Similarly, though, a lot was used out from Tick, Trick, and Duck to try and survive through that. But, I mean, the one advantage they would have had up until that point was that Twitch hadn't had time to back. Now he's gone back, did shove the wave out, so that lane is going to kind of equalize a little bit now.
However, there may be an aspect of greed here. Sunny has come back with no pops, but he has got boots. But boots are not going to give him a combat stat advantage over his opponent, and with Jinx with pots will out-sustain him.
Yeah, that is true. Also, I'm not sure. Obviously, boots are going to help him avoid the Flame Chompers while they try and activate. They'll help him avoid Zap. But if that assist goes over towards Jinx, the boots mean nothing, because she will be able to chase him. So, you know, it's one of those things. His boots are only going to help them before Jinx gets the kill.
Yeah. And that's interesting. I'm really quite interested to see how this goes at level 6. I was actually still surprised. I'm still surprised that they didn't go for the 2-on-1, but they seem to have been making it work for them. I wouldn't have thought Zyra versus Lulu was all that good, but it seems to be working out.
Oh, Bonaparte got it.
Sunny!
Chompers activates. Sunny is going to fall, and that is a well-worked kill there. That's a lot of pressure being applied to that bottom lane.
Yeah, there is indeed. And now Lulu just can't do anything. May as well back. May as well go on a warding trip. May as well try and bait in for Evelyn, actually, as well. That is another option if he comes around. Root has been wasted. And here we go. Here's iNightmare. Not going to do much.
Yeah, iNightmare doesn't have his ultimate, so doesn't have that big slow, but look at how low Chewed Up is. That is probably going to force them to stop that aggression in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they're going to back anyway. They did just get quite a bit of gold. Are they going to be okay with that? Zanya is going to reveal his own pink ward, but he's also killing this trinket ward here, which is always nice to do. And, you know, everyone's just kind of farming it out. Snow did just take a lot of damage, though.
Ooh, an Alchemist was level 6.
Yeah.
Chose not to all in, but from full health, it is, even though the burst is so significant, with the shield on Orianna, it is pretty hard to all in from 100%. Snow, however, will be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief because his barrier is about to come up once again.
It is true. With the full damage of Syndra's ult, and a full, you know, maybe 1 or 2 Qs and a W and the E and all the rest of it, she might be able to get enough damage down to take her out sort of full health, as it were. With the extra resistances, yeah, I have to agree. And right now, Instinctive is going to live. But you can see Trundle has actually built quite an advantage. 68 to 37.
Yeah, that's a massive advantage in a 1v1. I mean, it's no kills in the lane, as you wouldn't expect from top lane so far, but it is a massive advantage. Snow takes a lot of damage. Alchemist forces the shield out. There comes the all-in, but it's not enough.
Not enough at all.
Oh, Lasagna's caught out a little bit here. Forced to flash away. Agony's Embrace was used, and back to that mid lane. Barrier wasn't used either.
No. Syndra ult, not the most long of cooldowns, so he's okay to use that as harass.
Nightmare doesn't have Agony's Embrace this time, so can't really slow down Alchemist from just getting away.
Yeah. But remember, of course, Syndra's damage gets spikes. When each skill is maxed, she gets a bonus effect. The bonus effect on his Q is just more damage, flat out. Nightmare does have to watch himself.
Oh, flash in the bottom lane used by Yarrow, but Sunny didn't get caught out there.
Yeah, curious actually. There's quite a few sort of dicey situations across the map in all the lanes, and actually an ultimate used in top lane. I think Phantom Joe is feeling a little bit alarmed though in this top lane, because even though he's ahead, he's got more items, he's still suffering a bit from the spikes of damage Instinctive can put out. Looking for the gank. Oh! Well, he's going to be glad he got that shot. He just hit him with the cork. Evelyn while she stopped.
Ah. I think I caught that on stream, but I was looking up at the side.
Oh, okay. I was looking at my own screen. I should really
it's okay. I think I observed it, but didn't react to it. So,
okay.
Yeah. I think
the viewers will know what I was talking about.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
You can ignore me. It's fine.
I always do.
I know, but I figured I'd give you permission on that one.
Oh, thank you. I don't
It's
care.
okay. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't, but, you know. It's at least nice to be clear.
Stress, you're a very easy target to bully.
I know.
In lane. Because you're bad at League of Legends.
Oh, if only that weren't true.
It's okay, you're better than me at CSGO. Anyway, continuing to just kind of farming out. Jarvan going bot lane again. Walking past a ward though this time. Soraka ward. Poor choice. But better than better.
It's a very vulnerable bottom lane tower though. It is pretty much 100 health. Top lane, here comes maybe that trade out of Instinctive that we were looking to see. Flashes past the pillar actually. Phantom Joe is trading away, has used Subjugate as well. So Instinctive kind of bests him a little bit in that situation, but that was a very close trade.
Both flashes used. Well, that's the power objective, of course. Counter-Strike means you win a lot of trades very easily. Meanwhile, mistakes were made. Doing what they do best, killing scaly things. I don't know why they're good at that.
I don't know. Maybe they.
Dragon Slayer Jarvan.
Oh, wow.
You can't see it on
you
stream.
You see the hand motion, the swag that was there,
race.
but bottom lane shoot up is getting dropped very low. He is not long for this Wilders Nightmare. We'll take that one down, and it's a back and forth game so far. Only 200 gold separate the teams.
Yeah, very, very close indeed. DX Alchemist has hit level 9. Meteor is Q maxed, starting to hit quite a bit. Blue as well. Snow, no blue buff. Push this in, he can be very, very aggressive, but that makes him a big, big target.
It does indeed.
No Agony's Embrace.
Yes. So, that is a big cooldown, but has his flash. Something to keep on top of. But, I mean, Tick, Trick and Duck right now, let's look at what that comp is looking for. They're looking for Agony's Embrace into Shockwave into Rat-a-tat-tat. And that means they need to get to the fights. But the problem is, you're going up against a Jarvan who wants to be in the fight, and a Zyra who is going to provide a big zoning area for that fight as well. Top lane, Phantom Joe may be in a little trouble as well. I'm just wondering if Tick, Trick and Duck's crowd control is maybe a little bit fiddly. It's not exactly the ball delivery system that you normally would have.
So, by fiddly you mean it gets nerfed quite severely?
Yes.
With what's supposed to be a quality of life change?
Maybe.
Okay, yeah. But, no, I have to agree with you there. Like, Tick, Trick and Duck, they don't have the ball carrier properly. They are just going to be getting Lasagna out. And the counter engage that comes out of Zyra is going to make it so difficult to get the ball in anywhere relevant. And in the meantime, they've got a not necessarily equivalent, but very similar kind of hyper carry in the form of Jinx. So
yeah,
they're not going to be able to just sit back and play the peel game. which is what you normally do.
Yeah, because the other point on that is the ball carrier here isn't even that possible to do, because Eve wants to come in through the side, Orianna doesn't want to come in through the side. Orianna wants to be in the middle of her team, but you saw Rat-a-tat-tat used to clear through the wave from Sunny and deal quite a bit of damage to Chewed Up. You can see just how potent he is, and Lasagna drops very, very low to Snow in the middle lane. Did just survive.
No shockwave now though, and that makes him a big target. Also a big target is Chewed Up, because they knew they were pushed up, but why are they fighting this?
Agony's Embrace. Chewed Up was low already. Stranglethorns. Oh, massive damage out on to Nightmare, but he managed to survive through it. Snow now getting dropped very, very low. Didn't quite connect. It's going to be Yarrow landing the damage. It's not enough though. Instinctive will have to jump in and finish that off.
I don't understand why Jinx and Zyra moved up there. It seemed like they were seeking out a fight that was going to catch them, the squishy guys, with only one directional peel, to try and you know, somehow catch their opponents. They were only going to catch anyone if their opponents wanted them to, and they did. As it happened, they were able to put it around into a 1-for-1, but it seemed like a very risky play.
Yeah, very risky indeed, and I didn't see whether they had the timer on, or at least the knowledge that Dragon had fallen. I wonder whether they were looking in to try and prevent the Dragon at that point. I wasn't quite aware of what their vision was at the time.
They didn't get the
timer. Alchemist is in a bit of trouble here, dropping very low, but manages to get himself away. That's a beautiful Cataclysm. Keeps Phantom Joe under the turret as Yarrow is going to lock him in place. That Cataclysm was exquisite.
Yeah, lock them right in place. If they'd been in Stranglethorns, it would have been even more of a massacre, but they didn't need it, so they picked themselves up 2 kills. Now, they did take damage on Syndra, but she's going to be back in before their opponents. The Dragon is up in 1 minute 25, so that's not an option, but it gives them an opportunity to clear this top wave, it gives them an opportunity to set up vision control, it gives them an opportunity to try and force Twitch out. I'm a little bit surprised to see Chewed Up actually moving away from the mid lane right now. He could be there to try and pick up a little bit more CS. And Yarrow is going to teleport. No, he's not.
Teleport's coming out. Phantom Joe is going to chase Yarrow down, and big damage comes out there. Able to take that down, but look who is trapped. It's Sunny. He's caught behind enemy lines, perhaps.
Oh.
Super Mega Death Rocket will pick up the kill. And will they continue to chase? They have Instinctive from the side. Can he manage to trap people in with a good pillar here? In fact, it's Phantom Joe that is the one on Trundle. But Instinctive gets knocked up at this point. Oh, Lasagna goes in with a 3-man flag and drag. Here comes the cleanup. Shockwave is only going to land on Chewed Up. Doesn't land the zap either, and the pillar is going to be enough to deny the chase.
Could have gone a lot worse for Tick, Trick, and Duck there, but they got away with only a bit of damage on them. 17 seconds until the Dragon comes up. But is anyone actually in a position to contest it right now? Because the Dragon, of course, at this stage of the game, still doing significant damage. If anyone is there to stop either side, they're just going to not be able to take it. So both teams kind of have to recall and just try and reset. However, Yarrow is here. We'll be trying to get vision control, and it actually looks like Tick, Trick, Duck aren't even going to try.
Yeah, they're not even going to contest this Dragon attempt, and does go over to Mistakes Were Made. I believe that is their second... No, it's their first of the game.
Yeah,
I believe only one has fallen. 17 minutes, now it's the second one has fallen.
Yep, that sounds right to me.
Yep, sounds about right.
If that's not right, let me and Stress be held accountable.
Yep, you can hold me accountable for that one.
It's okay, he's got good intuition.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you when it's going to be available, but can't tell you how many times it's been taken.
Ah, short-term memory loss. Short-term memory loss.
Exactly. Those are 2 very bad jokes. I don't think we should do those jokes anymore.
I will never stop. Never stop. Ever.
Stop it.
No.
Okay.
There you go. How did you think that was going to end? Right?
I had no idea. I was trying to finish
just
somehow that joke, but It didn't quite work out, but instinctive it might not work out for
never stop.
him because Phantom Joe is going to look to bait him in. Now Nightmare reveals himself, but Lasagna is here, provides the jump away. Lasagna was caught for a second, but the flag and drag gets him away. But meanwhile, mid lane is where all the action is going down because mistakes were made. Have taken down a turret using Jinx to their advantage.
Yes, they shred towers very, very quickly indeed, and now they also have the position to lock down Trundle here. They should be able to get this. All it takes is a Cataclysm followed, or, well, actually, probably Flag and Drag followed.
Oh, Nightmare gets locked down. Phantom Joe is going to get away with his life, however.
They didn't go for it.
They did not go for it. Interesting.
Well, again, maybe the lack of omni-map vision that's causing them to make such decisions.
Yeah, the lack of the spectator view. While
They,
in
you know, they
game.
just, like, if one of them just came over here, right, looked at our screens,
What, and then
teleported
went
back
back
in
in-
time,
yep.
3 minutes.
Okay, that's where I was going to go. I know we're at Comic-Con, but we have to at least keep the laws
There's a
of
TARDIS
physics.
right there.
There is. It's also
You're
being
saying it
guarded.
like it's different.
I'm not sure I want to try and get past.
That
Oh, Stranglethorn! But Zap is going to land as well into the Cataclysm, and that is going to be a pretty dead Phantom Joe. And that's going to be another tower going down in favor of mistakes were made.
They will be trading mid-tower for this, but that's a very acceptable push, especially when they can keep going here. They don't have very many minions, but all they need is some plant tanks and a Java tank, and they're not going to do it. I always feel sad.
Oh, blown
Oh,
apart.
yeah.
He got blown apart. Super Mega Death Rocket. That is not my joke. That is not my joke at all. I apologize. I can't remember whose it is. It may even be Meta's. But it needed to be
That
done.
doesn't strike me as a message joke.
It was either
Pulse
Meta's or
joke?
it may have been false.
I could have definitely seen that being false.
At least, you know, I'm trying to credit whose it was because I'm not
Short-term
naturally
memory
that
loss
funny.
and long
Yeah.
range. Don't worry, it wasn't very funny. It was funny to me, Stress.
Good.
But I have a bad sense of humor.
I know. I know.
How do you know? You wouldn't know
I've-
what a joke
I've
was if it hit
cast-
you in the face.
Oh dear, I've casted enough games with you to know. But Snow actually just got quite a lot of worth out of the pink wards that were down from mistakes were made. He just picked up 2 pink wards for 3.
Yeah, that's obviously a nice little pickup for him. Taking stock at the moment, both teams, a bit of difference here. Thus far, the team fights have been going as we would predict. The slightly awkward CC of Tick, Trick, and Duck is working against them. And there's been a few picks as well. Trundle getting caught out. You've seen... I don't think we've seen Sunny getting caught out. Oddly enough, but we maybe see... Okay, there we go. We've seen Sunny being caught out to just get forced to splash. And if this continues at this pace, they're just going to continue to push. Because now Jax is outscaling Trundle. They know that they can win if they're on the counter engage. And there's nothing to stop them. They've even got a bit of vision control in this upper jungle. And in a position now, because they're forcing Tick, Trick, Duck back to get that vision control even more established over this upper jungle. Threaten the top, threaten the mid, rotate more. Get engaged.
Oh, Alchemist with a beautiful stun. He's going to make sure Nightmare is all alone in this fight. But here comes the turnaround from the damage. Phantom Joe actually manages to pillar himself away from a lot of the members of mistakes were made that were low there. So that was a beautiful stun.
It really, really was. It was also a good strangle for him. Big ults, big CC used. Tick, Trick, and Duck are not going to seek this fight. They don't really have the map position.
man.
Oh wow, that's clever. That's clever. They read it perfectly. They knew exactly what their opponents were going to do there because they knew. They just used a bunch of ults. What is the opponent going to do? They're going to try and take advantage. How can they take advantage? Towers.
Oh, Phantom Joe tries to lead the charge in. Is the
got the
commit
Baron.
going to be onto Baron? It is going to be. It's actually Jinx that picks it up. Look how low mistakes were made are. And Nightmare is going to get dropped very low. Cataclysm on
cheese it.
top. Is it going to be enough? The Zap lands as well. Lasagna manages to get himself away from this. It's a double kill for Orianna, but Alchemist is looking to land the stun. Does get it. Sunny is trying to retreat out through the top side jungle, but a massive fight for mistakes were made.
I take back what I said. Mistakes were made. Were very clever about how they play the map. That was brilliant. I really, really love to see that. And also put them in a good situation to win the fight afterwards. It was a little bit dicey, but even if they had lost several members and retreated, would have taken Baron off the field, would have meant they could play a more rotation-focused game later on, and obviously get them the Baron gold, and there was no way they were going to lose all their players in that situation.
I thought perhaps it may have been a risky play at the same time, because keep in mind Jinx got the Baron.
That was just a miss smite, and only Trundle was there.
Yeah, very true, but it's that kind of, if they'd have attempted it a couple of seconds later, that was such a risky play. That right there is a coin flip on actually securing that, if that smite misses.
Definitely true, but Trundle doesn't have range.
Yeah, I agree with you though. The play
a couple
was
of seconds later would have been bad. And the thing is, of course, they have vision. If you see right now, they're actually just about to lose a pink ward. Yeah. They had vision in a line. They could see the engage coming. If it was going to backfire, yeah, they can just say, okay, this hasn't worked. We get nothing from this, but it's a minor risk.
Yeah, and now it's a really tricky situation for Tick, Trick, and Duck to be in. They're 9,000 gold behind. They are a Baron down as well. And they may start losing towers pretty quickly, because Jinx is the one champion really that at this point in the game, you get her in front of a turret, it will melt.
Yeah, Tower Destroy numero uno, and they have Tower Destroy numero duo in the form of Jax elsewhere in their composition, so yeah, really scary. Although actually, Trundle destroys towers faster than Jax by default, because his bite does proc, unlike Empower. So he gets his resets faster, and it does get the bonus damage on. However, Phantom Joe is not in a position to be hitting any towers at all, and Jax may well be, but if he gets caught out here, very easy to have happen. That could be bad. Here goes the stealth.
Chooses not to.
Bait.
Chooses not to go in on it. But look over at the top lane. Here's this push. It's Jax down in the bottom lane. The rest of the team are up in top. Stun lands onto Phantom Joe. They land the zap as well. They have the vision. And that is going to open up top. Inhibitor tower, perhaps. It's going to be a slow process.
No, it
Half health has gone already. It looked like it wasn't going to be a slow process, but half health is gone. And now Jax is just going to work the bottom lane. They're going to wait for this minion wave in the top side, get Jax to take another tower, and then work down this in-hit tower.
I think iNightmare is going to try and force a fight here. It's the only option they've got with a 5-man commit in this area. Obviously, they don't know on the side of mistakes were made. But they're okay for now.
The thing is, look at how mistakes were made at playing it. They know that they're likely to be engaged on at this point, so they're not forcing. They're letting Jax get free objectives in the bottom side for as long as he's uncontested. And as you said, they're playing far back. There's the engage. Bonaparte gets dropped very low here and is forced away from this. And that is going to be the turret going down. Cataclysm is going to lock Snow and Sunny in place. And now the chase is on. Sunny gets dropped incredibly low, and Instinctive from the side will take him out. And that's an inhibitor going down in favor of mistakes were made.
Yes, this is the turtle shell being cracked, and they've still got 3-member advantage here over their opponents. They don't feel confident enough to keep going. Understandable, but they just built themselves big advantage. Remember, they already had the split push. Here comes the push in. Queued up and the rest.
Lasagna's pretty low, so they've got to be careful here. They're going to try and force down a Nexus turret.
The tops.
They're going to get it, but was it the right choice? They have to back out. There is no second option here.
Teleporting ahead.
Coming in. Can he actually pick up anything? Chewed up now, trying to duel, but it's Jackson from the side that's going to deter Phantom Joe. Pillar is actually not going to do all that much to help out the case of Tick, Trick, and Duck. And, you know, mistakes were made, got so much in that passage of play.
And trading the kill for the Nexus Tower as well, very, very simple choice for them. They definitely take that every single time. One Nexus Tower, I mean, that even opens up backdoor plays. Not expecting to see it. They don't really have a lot of angles to enter from. But big advantages, big edges. Just need to group up for another play. Jax, of course, with one Nexus tower down, can also threaten with the super minion waves to push down the extra. So, scary.
We questioned a little bit earlier on how Syndra was going to play into this. And the stuns have been on point.
It's worked really well with Jinx as well. Because you get that single person that gets singled out, bursted down.
Yeah, and stun locked forever, that situation. I mean, that's one of the difficulties of playing Syndra, is you have got to be on point with those stuns. And it is a fairly difficult stun to hit in comparison to a lot of other crowd control abilities, but it's working well.
Yeah, one of the most common problems fewer Syndra players will tend to suffer is the W range is slightly longer than the E. So if you grab a ball from behind you and throw it out, which is a part of the main maximum burst combo, it actually, you won't hit it with the E. So you have to manually think, okay, I want to throw this less far forward and throw it forward to get the stun. Now, of course, doing that does also mean you may well not hit them with the W. Here comes the siege.
It's going to be rinse and repeat here for mistakes were made. They're going to send Jax to the bottom lane. He's just going to push. Oh, Snow gets caught out. That's a lot of damage put it forward onto Snow. He's forced back away. Nightmare is going to not quite get locked down by Instinctive, but the turret has gone down. Lasagna goes aggressive. Phantom Joe is oh so low. Sunny has already been taken down, as has Bonaparte, and that is going to be it. Nightmare and Snow are the only two available. Shoot up still there to take down the towers and the Nexus. And that means mistakes were made. They're going to advance to the grand finals.
Yes, they will. Very well deserved victory in the end. And I really like the way they played that composition. I had a couple of questions, as in Champion Select, as was noted, but they really made it work for themselves. And I think they also played the map very well, which is something that I actually criticized them for before, but still did very well.
Oh dear, you...
I am entitled to be wrong.
You are indeed, but
quite a lot.
That is us done for today.
Yes.
So we want to say thank you to everybody that joined in, from myself and Spuddington. We're going to pass it over to Alex to take us away from the end of the day.